So the second part, we all knew that if we're gonna do a Chinese American series, we have to do one on food. So we decided to do one on Phoenix Bakery in Chinatown, which Phoenix Bakery is very well known with folks who grew up in Los Angeles. In the past, they just had their 80th anniversary last year, so I would say in the past 80 years. So we have generations of families that have been to the bakery and have experienced the bakery from the beginnings, when it was the original brothers and their wife, or the wife who inspired basically this generation's grandmother, who inspired opening the bakery, and then this current generation who's running it is their kids. So the four remaining siblings, or the three remaining siblings and their cousin. So it was such a big and interesting story that's also related to the changes that Chinatown has been through. So I think we really thought that would be an interesting story to explore, because it's tied to the neighborhood, the surrounding neighborhoods too, of Chinatown. And of course you get to see a bunch of cakes and sweets and deliciousness all around. So we interviewed the family, and we were lucky enough that they had their 80th anniversary last year, so we also were able to capture that, and a decent amount of their family went, and it's a huge group. So that was it was nice to meet everyone and see them, and just find out about the story, and one of the, I think, interesting things that we found out was that because of the beginnings of the bakery, they were trying to get loans for the bakery, and since they were Chinese, some of the American banks wouldn't give them loans, so they decided to actually open their own bank, and they opened East West Bank and Cathay Bank. So I think that kind of independent thinking and kind of entrepreneurship, I think will really relate well to students now and to people now who don't do a traditional 9-to-5 job. And also just the work that the families put into the bakery. And I think they're so tied to the bakery. It's not just about the food, it's definitely about their family as a family, where all of that work ethic came from. And also it's an immigrant story. The grandparents always wanted their kids to be more well educated, which happens a lot in immigrant families. And then of course their grandkids are even more educated than they are. So I think they're at an interesting point right now where with all this education and all these different careers, who will take over the bakery, and they have emotional ties to the bakery because of their parents. And also I think they understand what the bakery means to the Chinese American folks who grew up in Los Angeles. So I think they really also want to carry that on too. So we kind of explore that in the film too.